Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas here with Bob Arum. We're going to talk a little bit about this pay-per-view coming up on November 5th. Manny Pacquiao versus Jessie Vargas in the co-main event, and the undercard just announced here in Los Angeles. Nonito Donaire defending his title against Jesse Magdaleno. It's a 1-2 punch that a lot of fans are excited to see. I know a lot of Filipino fans are really excited to see finally Manny and Nonito on the same card. Manny's finally coming back. To you, when did he indicate that he was ready to come back and that he was sure of this return to boxing?
Well, after he was elected, he was going to be retired. And then I said, Manny, I know you want to come back. Is there something that we can work out in the Senate to enable it? Well, he said, I can't miss any sessions. I promised the people. And so I flew over there and I worked things out with Manny and the president of the Senate.
Looking at his schedule and you talking with him, how is he handling the Senate schedule and the training schedule?
Well, he doesn't miss a committee meeting or a session of the Senate. Fortunately, they only sit 3 days a week, Monday through Wednesday. He runs in the morning. He goes to the Senate in the morning and in the afternoon. Afterwards, he goes to the gym, which is a mile away from the Senate building, to train. And then he comes home and eats dinner. And he goes to sleep and it starts again. Luckily, it's only 3 days a week. So the other days he can train normally.
Okay, I was going to say, because if he had that every day, that's a crazy schedule.
Impossible.
Yeah. Looking at this last part of Manny's career, what's really the goal? What does he want to accomplish in this last year? In his 2017, the year, is he really going to retire at this year, or it's kind of, we're just taking it as it is?
He likes to keep boxing. He will keep boxing if his Senate career allows him. I think his ultimate goal, although he hasn't said it to me, is to be, his near-term goal is to be as good a senator as he can be, and that hopefully will lead 6 years from now to him run for president.
In terms of the fighting career, do you think 2017 is it? Do you have a plan?
Well, the fighting career is secondary, really. I mean, you know, this is not a normal fighter.
Looking at the undercard, it's a good one that you have in the co-main event. You have Oscar Valdez as well, and I believe defending against the Japanese fighter has a big punch. Looking at how you built this card and the pay-per-view event, how do you feel it's going to go ahead and appeal to fight fans that have a busy pay-per-view schedule coming in the next few months?
We just do the best job we can, doing the best card we can, and it's up to the fans to buy it or not buy it. One thing is sure, we ain't doing a delay, so if you want to see this outstanding card, you got to buy it on pay-per-view.
You've done something that we haven't seen a promoter do since I've covered it, never, historically speaking as well. I'm not too sure, but you would probably have more knowledge than me. You guys are distributing this pay-per-view as Top Rank, in-house. Talk to me about the challenges of that and the advantages of doing something like that.
All it means is a lot of hard work. Don't say this is the first one. We used to do this all the time. In the 70s and the 80s, into the 90s, we distributed it ourselves. Then HBO formed TVKO. They paid money. They became the distributor. And we've lived with that for years. So I have a long memory. I used to do this myself all the time. So we're back to doing it. The guys are working hard. They're having a ball. They're being innovative. And I think this is the paradigm for the future.
Do you feel it's better to do it this way now than the old way?
Well, I think it's better for Top Rank to do it this way. And I think that if this works the way I think it will, we'll continue to do it this way. Because after all, the premium television networks, whether it's HBO or Showtime, they're in business of programming for their subscribers. And that means putting on the best possible fight for their subscribers. Their business is not the pay-per-view business. They make billions of dollars, both networks, from subscriber fees. So we're going to give them as good a fights as we can for premium television. But if we can, we're going to distribute the pay-per-view ourselves.
You keep making fights. You keep making good ones. I just saw Lomachenko, Walters announced finally. This time around, what made Walters want to take the fight as opposed to last year?
Well, you have to ask him.
Oh, speaking of it, it's certainly a fight that fans are looking forward to. Can you give us details about location, venue?
That's not going to happen until tomorrow. We're finalizing everything today.
Date, though, still stands.
26, yeah, the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
And any news on the undercard by chance for that event? Not at all right now?
No.
All right. Bob, as always, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Bob Arum, lead promoter, founder of Top Rank, putting on this card November 5th on pay-per-view. Manny Pacquiao versus Jessie Vargas at the Thomas & Mack.